Look at the sun has come out. There's glistening waves, a little turquoise out there. A boat somewhere near the horizon. A ton of mostly newbie surfers hanging out down at Jack's. And I hear some type of emergency vehicle. A lot of people catching their first wave today, or one of the first. It's hard to believe that there'd be someone that could have a catastrophe today. I mean, it could just be a medical emergency from one of the older folks in the neighborhood. Central Fire on the scene. I was thinking we would go check out what looks like a surf competition, but down at Pleasure Point. But first things first, let's go down to the hook to see if something happened down there. If the emergency vehicle, the fire truck, carries on, then we'll know that it wasn't a water rescue. Hopefully everyone's okay. I will say shout out to Central Fire for how they responded to a situation that I was involved with there the other day, just up the road. Really professional. Hey, doggy. So yeah, so a lot of color, a lot of flowers out here these days. The waves are pretty calm today, I would say. You can see, look how close to the shore they're breaking. They're not even breaking loose, you know? And yet, because it's a weekend, there's a zillion people out here at the point, cruising along, having a good time. The weather's really nice. It's actually quite hot out, but the breeze tempers that. Last week it was just crazy, you know, just the sun beating down, but today there's a little bit of clouds and quite a bit of breeze, but clearly not enough to mess up the waves, whatever waves are there. So, and look how much sand we have these days. Tons of sand. Tons of people out there catching probably their first waves ever. You know, I was actually just out there, and I tried to see if there was a wave at 38th, more on this side, and then I kind of gave up. But there was no one there, and I knew there was a wave every once in a while. Look at those birds. It's like a little bee formation fighting against the rain. It's like they're out for their little gym session. You know, going against the wind. And 1, 2, 3, I count 3 surfers. There's at least one wave not being surfed. And then kind of quiet. All right, so we're almost at Pleasure Point here. Let's see if, that emergency situation was down at the point. So far, I don't see anything. It's quite likely that, there is a bit of an aging population in this area here. And there's some of the few people that can afford an area these days, which I get. And, it may be that it was just a lot of calls. I don't know if you guys know, like back in the day, when houses were mostly made out of wood and whatnot, firefighters, their main job was pretty much to put out, structure fires and that kind of thing. These days, if you talk to any firefighters, they'll tell you that, even in beach communities and everything, there's the water rescues, but a lot of it is just medical emergency calls. So they always have the paramedics at the ready and whatnot. Sometimes they'll even call the local sheriffs to assist. Look at this. Someone found this a rock. It's like a petrified wood almost, huh? Yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, this whole time, oh look, there's a tiny, not quite a wave, It's one of those days. So, as you can see, there's no water rescue happening. And as the wave rolls in, it's so small. that you can't even catch it. Look at this. This one, maybe this is like if you had a big longboard, maybe. You know. There we go. So what's up? But that second person, oh, they just half a second. Very cool. Okay, so we didn't solve the mystery of what the firefighters were going to, but that's okay, because in the distance we have our main quest to head on. We got our main quest. Was she talking to me? I don't know if she was talking to me. But there is a greenhouse ahead, that's for sure. Well, below them, actually. Anyways, the main quest I was thinking is, as I was out there in the water, I was going to paddle over towards Pleasure Point. Hey, buddy! And I noticed as I was on my way over there, thought of a good excuse not to continue on all the way. What was that? Well, I just was like, oh, look at all these people on the sand. You know, that does happen a lot on Saturdays. But today, I realized there's some type of competition or something that goes on every year, possibly, over there. I have an idea of what it might be, but I don't want to speak too soon. Regardless, I'd like to go check it out. Yeah, so this is East Cliff. And you can see there's these kind of really nice houses. Looks like they were built in maybe the 80s or 90s with the stucco, Spanish style roofs, terracotta, or maybe more craftsman type construction.
Just like a little nugget.
And a lot of those are being replaced these days with, let's say, what you can kind of see in behind. The more, yeah, right there. That style of sort of tech modernism beach house. It's funny because if you watch 90210, I think you could see a lot of that, the progression and the style of houses that Californians like. Look at that wave, that's actually quite nice. And no one's on it. Love the wildflowers. Love the wildflowers out here. And you kind of take I try not to. Purples and flowers and look, no one's on it right there. Boom. You have to have a long one for that one. And there's some ones on the inside. Look at just living it up. That's a longer ride than I even bought today. It's not very powerful, but like 2 people on a wave. Oh, that person didn't quite get up. Or 3 people, I guess, on the wave. They crashed into each other. That was funny. They'll learn to cover their head quick. Look at that. Just these nice rolling longboard waves. That one person should learn to duck out. There was no collision there, but they're going to cause a collision one day. But hey, that's what, 38 Jax is for. Days like today, so that they can learn the etiquette and they can learn their skills so that they don't get in other people's ways. Nice cute bench right here. Another couple benches. Dude feeding the birds. That's cool. Look at that. So I'd say a big thing for me. Hey! Shout out to Shika. Shika Yadev. Right back at ya. Thanks for coming along on this journey with me. Oh, you know what? Look, I'll just point something out. I've never seen the color of the seaweed with, I guess, the sun, but maybe diffused by the clouds a bit. It's sort of an orangey color in the background, like auburn orangey, I don't know. That's different. It's sort of like you could live out here for a while and just never really know what to expect. It's always something that's different. You know. And then you have moments like this. Look, we saw that little flurry of waves, and just look how it dies. It just becomes super quiet, and then you start to realize just how many people are in the water. And that is one of the major downsides of surfing on the weekend here. Let's just count them. It's like a kids channel for a second. Let's learn to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So let's just call it 40 in just that one little surf break that's sort of barely working today. I mean, it's working, but I can tell you from being out there, I didn't see a 4-foot wave. So we're dealing with 2.5 to 3.5 foot waves maximum. But that's what that spot's for. So, and it's way more consistent than it is sometimes. So, hey, doggy. All right. So coming up on these tents. Quite the beach action. It's like kind of a surf lesson or something going on. Although not a sanctioned one. Looks like a friend just teaching their friend what's up. Those are the best type of friends. Look at that, boom, surfer up. So yeah, it looks like at that kind of second peak action, I could have paddled over there. That's where it seems like all the regular surfers are, and maybe the main peak they're saving for the competition. Doesn't seem like there's too crazy of enforcement, but yeah, based on the number of tents, it does look like a serious competition, but not too crazy. I'm hoping there's some free food. That'd be cool. Last night I went over to San Jose. I had my amp with me, I had my DJ equipment, and we ended up having like quite a cool little, it was just a small group of us, went to a warehouse, homie's warehouse, and yeah, we just had like kind of a musician's evening. Look at this amazing artwork.
It's been a long time.
Where can people check this out if they want to find it online?
Julie Jewelry SC Instagram.
Julie Jewelry SC. Okay, cool. Sea glass, very cool. Very nice. Julie Jewelry SC. Keep it in mind. Yeah, it's a little too. I don't want to say feminine. I will say feminine, but like it does look cool. I might wear some of that, but I think it's not totally my aesthetic, but it's close. But I've always appreciated the work she does, and just seeing people like that out here, you know, makes you want to be creative in your own right as well. Look how clear the water is. You can see right through to the bottom. Like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's always like that. You know, you see what we deal with as we like walk out there. Especially because we're dealing with seaweed on the way out too. You know? It's up to your shins that far out, and then you have to still navigate all the like creatures, and then you feel bad about when you step on some type of animal or whatever. I mean, my thing is, I just love surfing so much, just the essence of it. Oh, that I don't care if it's a competition on or if it's just regular surfers. But, see, they're making the most of even the little waves. Got a few different color shirts. That's where the competition is happening. And we are about to figure out what's going on. Thanks for rocking with me. Whether you're tuning in live here or after the fact, I know I got 1 like so far. That's probably from Chica. Sounds like maybe an Indian name. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Might be an Indian name, and that brings me up to the fact that there was a sort of South Asian guy, let's just say possibly Indian, I'm not sure, but who was out there today learning how to surf, shall we say, or getting better at surfing. And yeah, his name was Amit, I think he said. And yeah, he had this long yellow board, local shaper, I believe. And look at this. Okay.
Where are you guys hanging?
This is what I think this is what I thought it was.
But probably in this.
You got the Christian surfers tent, the free food. Yeah. So, it's the Ben Kelly. No contest, fifth annual. So this is exactly what I thought it was. This is a surf competition going on right now that is in honor of a guy that passed away after getting attacked by a shark. And you can check on our channel later. You can check on our channel later. We have a whole video of it from last time. You know, a whole long video, so check that out.
Actually, the bandits.
I don't think there was a band last year. Maybe there was. All right, score.
Then we got Kendra, Todd, brother, sister. Band is absolutely ripping. If you didn't know, make your way over there and sit and have a listen.
Got Ryan Lynch up on the shortboard.
Ooh, little flick. Oh, JP Cheater 5. He's got those long legs. He can just make it look good. Oh my goodness, this cute little girl just came into the booth with me. What's your name, sweetie? Lucy, that's my daughter. She's the best. Maybe I'm biased, but I think she's just the cutest. Lucy, if you could go surf right now, what board would you ride? A longboard, a soft board, or a short board, or a fish?
Honestly, I don't really know, but like, I prefer like longboard, so maybe like a longboard.
She prefers a longboard. You heard it from Lucy. Longboard is the board of choice today. I still need to have a conversation with the head judge. I felt really underscored earlier.
Oh, James with the soul arch right there.
Wait, James has I don't know what we call that move, but he did a
bit of a claim.
Can you believe this is going down with the hands? James, I like it.
He gets at least 1 or 2 extra style points on that one.
I was just reminded you have to stand up to get scored. That's why I was underscored earlier. I now understand. Thank you for clarification, judging panel. Next, the next team up is Blown Out Surf Shack, and they are rocking the coolest gear. They are rocking their bathing suits on the outside of their wetsuits, which if you didn't know, that's how you know you're a local. You rock that. I love it.
Very fashionable.
But we still got 15 minutes with Team Timber in the water, so that's looking good. Lucy, did you enter the coloring contest?
Yes.
Do you know what the prize is for the coloring contest?
Yes, it's a gift card to Frozen Yogurtland.
Frozen Yogurtland gift cards. If you are a grommet and you want to win some Yogurtland, you can go to the Flo Loves You tent and color a picture, and we're going to choose those winners at 2 o'clock. We will announce the winners of the coloring contest. You do need to be present to win. 2 o'clock. JP up and riding again.
He's really milking the inside here on this heat.
He seriously, he knows how to surf this place.
Yeah.
I taught him everything he knows. Thank you, free surfers, for being respectful today. I know it's forces you kind of off the first peak, but we really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Make sure you come up and get some delicious food from Mijo's when you get out of the water. Also, stay tuned at our closing ceremony this evening around 4:30. We're going to be giving out the Ben Kelly Awards. It's one of my favorite things we do here at the contest. Ben loved surfing, but what Ben cared about way more than surfing was people who were kind and honest and had integrity. So we give out big prizes to some Groms who have been nominated for having good character, creativity, and stoke. We will be presenting those during the closing ceremony. Yellow having a look. Ooh, this is a different approach. We see blown out, paddling out to wait for their heat to start. They're kind of drifting towards, not wide towards Sewer Peak, but they're kind of going to drift wide towards the buoy. Hey, blown out, just make sure that we still give the free surfers, if a good wave comes through, we don't want to take it all. You can share with them because they've been waiting. But also feel free to catch it with them and have fun.
Oh, the free surfers catch a nice wide one right here.
I know every year there's some second peak ones that roll through that just are sick. Last year was pumping. You know what you can do? Take that last hook and pull it all the way across it past that. See how that other one's crossed? No. Here.
We got a wave coming in with green and blue taking a look at it. Oh, almost made it there. Yellow's taking a look on this wide swinger. Let's see what happens. James Jenkins makes the drop. Bottom turns, he's going for the closeout section. Woo! That's a stylish kick out there.
The band is on a little brief hold, but they will be back to play some more live music. It's always fun to have that. Oh, we got a couple Groms chucking rocks over the rail. We might want to be careful.
Ryan Richards on a really nice one, looking for a nice
I know those
flip.
Groms, they're the... Gabriel, you! What a day, sun is shining. We're hanging out with friends. If you haven't by the merch tent, the merch this year is looking slick. Zach Scholl, shout out Zach Scholl.